It's not going into our roads, our infrastructure. You have Cuomo, the clown, running independently because he knows he can't win, but he's trying to sway whatever election in New York. We really don't have any candidates. I don't back the other guy either. You know, like, we're screwed, brother. We live in a time where the leaders of us are more corrupt than anybody. And anyone that seems to try to, like, stand up for what's right, they either get silenced or pressured. Here's the biggest problem in America. Go and Google this. Look up the definition of bribery. Then go look up the definition of lobbying, okay? Lobbying is said, you know, when you try to influence politicians. It doesn't mention money, though, right, in that definition. Bribery says when you're trying to influence politicians by offering them something of value to sway their opinion or their vote, right? So I want you to first go Google these definitions. What is lobbying? What is bribery? Then Google or ChatGPT, how much money was spent to lobby U.S. politicians in 2024? Take a guess, Sean Kelly. How much money do you think was spent to lobby government officials in the United States of America in 2024?
You're making it sound high. It's got to be tens of millions, hundreds of millions. Higher than that? Higher than hundreds of millions. 500 million? 800 million? A billion? 2 billion? What the hell? 5 billion?
$4.2 billion
Holy crap.
was spent to lobby U.S. officials in 2024. What else do you want to know? What else do you want to know? If it's not about money and if it's not bribery, then why do they need $4.2 billion to influence the way our politicians vote? Lobbying must be illegal. It must be made illegal. Not a penny, not a dollar, not $100 bill. $4.2 billion. That's enough to spend over $8 million per government official, combining Congress and Senate together.
Jeez.
If you don't think that that's a problem as an American, I don't care if you're left, I don't care if you're right, Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, whatever you are, white, black, gay, straight, Asian, $4.2 billion was used to influence your politicians. How can the American people be first? How can we end this corruption when our government officials are being bribed legally with more money than most countries' GDPs?
Jeez.
Look it up if you don't believe me. $4.2 billion.
That was just last year?
Just last year.
Holy
2024.
crap.
So you tell me, what's the difference between lobbying and bribery? You tell me, because maybe I just don't know how to read. But if it's not bribery, then why do they need $4.2 billion, Sean Kelly?
Legal bribery is what I'd call it.
It's disgusting, bro.
That's crazy.
The American people, Flint, Michigan, still doesn't even have clean drinking water.
Still? That was
Okay.
like 3 years ago.
I have my brother, Eric Patrick Thomas. Look him up. Flash his video. Everyone that sees this, go support this young man. Paralyzed from the neck down, quadriplegic, can't move a single muscle from his neck to his toes. Doesn't even have clean water to bathe in.
Jeez.
He's stuck in Flint, Michigan. Please go support him if you see this podcast. Okay? This is the condition that our fellow Americans are in. And we have billions of dollars to keep fighting war after war after war after war after war. Our cities are overrun with mentally ill people, homelessness, trillions and trillions of dollars. I don't see how we come out on this trajectory without a total collapse of fiat currency. The whole play is into crypto, and I've said this many times on your show.
Yep.
Beware of what you wish for. Oh, but they can't control it. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can manipulate how much these things cost and how they can be used. The whole play is into crypto. That's where this is all going. Okay, crypto, if you guys understood what it's going to do to us, freedom-wise, none of you would use it. But you're too stupid. They're letting you make some money. You understand? They have to let you make money right now to make you used to this cashless world where every single move is controlled, monitored, and you will be controlled in ways you can't even begin to imagine. If you could see what I see, you would never touch electronic currency. But you're an idiot because it's decentralized. Why does it have value, Sean Kelly?
It's finite.
The first companies to invest in these things were Microsoft and BlackRock, right? These big companies saying, we'll accept Bitcoin. Because if no one accepted Bitcoin, it'd still be in the decimal points. It'd be worthless. The valuation and speculation came from companies starting to accept these electronic currencies as payment. That's when they started skyrocketing. Oh, it actually has value. Oh, shit, they're going to accept it as a way to accept payments? Yeah. And they can crash it the same way. They can make it illegal to accept this currency or that currency. The whole play is into it, man. I don't care what anyone says. This is going to age really well, I promise you.